Hey, good morning guys. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, quick one. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wash my bike. Well, not really wash it, more to degrease the entire chain. And then I'm gonna try this. So you see, even though it looks clean, actually dalam memang sudah got grease one. So since already pre-grease, right, you really need to strip off all the grease from the chain. Then I can apply this lah. But do note that there is a lot of ways to degrease a chain. The best way is of course using the they put it in the rice cooker or sonic. They put in the sonic, they vibrate it lah. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try using this, so I don't need to buy any more things. I've already spent too much money lah. I'll just use this and the good old-fashioned Markov degreaser. Most probably I will just do it like just like wash it, run it through for 2-3 times with the degreaser. I think it should be very clean lah. Need to refill my small bottle. Ayo, lubang kecil sangat lah. I'll just leave it to rest for about 3 minutes. And I'll go, you can see lah, got a few, you can see all the grease and some of the dirt and grease particle came down. So now I just leave it alone and leave it lah. At least I hope this works lah, because normally what they do is they actually remove the whole chain, put in a sonic cleaner, or they actually take the whole chain and put in a Tupperware full of degreaser. But I don't want to take out anything because I don't have the tool to remove the chain. I'm just going to try this method, see if it works or not. Then if can, then easy lah, tak payah banyak kerja. A few minutes here. Take a rag cloth and just run through lah, to just wipe off the degreaser and check the chain. Just let it run through and remove as much oil as possible, and the degreaser as possible. I think is clean already. I'm just going to do one more round of degreaser. Just do a few times lah. I think should be okay lah. Again, Markov, if you're watching this, can you please fix this? It's like I paid $100 and me like so difficult one, you make it for people. Wait, I think, but still it's ridiculous lah. How to pour? Hello, So I'm a big fan of chain cleaning tool because if you look at here, there are actually bristles that actually brush in between the oops, I spilled, brush in between the chain. So this actually really helps to remove all the grits, grimes, and also the, you know, brush between the links up, because I really want to remove all the oil between it. So I left the degreaser on, rubbed it into the chain. So now I'm just going to take this and wet my glove. Now I need to wash off all the degreaser as much as I can, so I'm going to just spray some bike cleaning tool. I'm still using a Markov one, of course. So spray into my hands, brush it. Oh, best. So let's cuci the bike a bit. Spray a bit of the cleaner here. Let's try to spray all the soap away lah. Done! It's washed, clean and degreased, and of course all the degreasers removed. I need to dry it lah. So I bought this dryer from Mr. DIY for about 20 bucks, I think. 20-30 bucks. It's really useful. The logic here is actually I really need to have a very clean chain, free from grease, and a very dry chain, so that when I apply the wax, the UFO drip, the wax molecule and will really attach to the metal part of the chain lah. So that way it's a good bonding between the wax and the chain, so it will last longer. And then let me just let you know why am I so curious about this UFO drip. My hair is horrible. Cantik sikit. Okay, so why am I so interested in this UFO drip? Because I tested the Wendwax before, and you know I was a big fan of the Wendwax. The only thing about Wendwax is I did notice that the chain is slightly stretched, and probably lifespan is reduced by 20-30% after I've been using the Wendwax for quite a long time, about 6 months. Then I noticed that okay, now I can give an honest review. The Wendwax was good when I first used it, but after I noticed that after using the Wendwax for about 2 chains, which took me about 8 months gone, I decided to stop using Wendwax because of the degradation of the chain was quite bad lah. All this I only know after I test my gun. So then, because of that, I became a big fan of wax, because I always notice every time I use wax, the chain ring is clean, the chain is clean, I spend less time washing the bike. So then I was doing my research and I found that molten wax is one of the best, but molten wax require you to use an ultrasonic, require you to use a rice cooker, right? The rice cooker will then melt the wax, and then you dip the wax, the chain into the whole wax lubrication, and then it will soak into the chain, which is a bit too much work and a bit more investment and time lah, right? So then when I saw CERAMICSPEED has this UFO drip, actually they had this UFO drip I think 2 years ago or 1.5 years ago when they launched it, 2 years ago I think. It was almost 340 over ringgit, you know. It was so expensive I couldn't get myself around it to buy it lah. But as much as I'm a big fan I was of a wax ingredient on my chain. So then when they just launched this, I think this year, mid of this year, I think they launched a UFO drip. This is a version 2, supposed to be cheaper, better, easier application, and it's more, supposed to last you about 300 km to 400 km per application. So I'm going to test it and see how it goes, because one of the reasons why I want to use this because Friction Fact, which of course CERAMICSPEED own now, okay, it was created with a collaboration with Friction Facts. And apparently it was tested that this really prolonged the life. Of course, it wasn't the best. The best I think was still molten wax. But this one really prolonged the life, and you also save wattage. You're supposed to go faster. Apparently, a chain with less grease goes faster because basically the chain is less tacky to the cassette, to the what was this derailleurs and the chainring and all. Because it's less tacky, then it doesn't stick and you save wattage on this. It's very marginal lah, right? But when you apply this instead of the grease, this one is not so sticky between the application of the cassette and everything and the chain. So with that you save wattage, and also it doesn't attract dirt, because grease attracts dirt when you ride off-road, on-road, rain or whatever. The grime just builds up very fast, and that will wear and tear your chain even more. And also based on Friction Fact, dry lube is literally like putting no lube at all on your chain, because it's even worse apparently, dry lube. So I stay away from dry lube. All these are based on Friction Fact and a bit of experience lah. But this one is what I want to try, and hopefully with this my group set will last longer, because it's so expensive, this group set. It's quite dry, and then just running through my finger I can feel that there's no more grease already. I can feel that it's still a bit wet, so I'm going to leave it alone now. So I'm going to let it dry for 30 minutes, but I can feel that there's just no more grease already. So that's good. It means I don't really need to use an ultrasonic cleaner or whatever. I think simple wash like this also can already lah. Okay, I left the chain dry for about 30 minutes after I air blow it and everything, and I know that the chain is really clean because by touching it I already can feel that my hand is very dry every time I do this, and I don't feel any grease. I can move around the link and it seems that it's very dry lah, dry and grease free. So I think we are good to go to apply the magical UFO drip. This is about 180 mil, I think, 180 mil. So apparently I'm supposed to put it around here for about what, 30 revolutions. And what it does is apparently one bottle can do about 30 applications maybe. And if 30 applications, each application about 300 km, I think should be okay lah. I think 1.5 years no problem lah. So 1.5 years depending on riding condition with this bottle, I think it's worth it lah. 200 ringgit, 220 ringgit. Okay, so I'm going to apply this and see how it looks like lah. Oh hi Vera, what are you doing there? So opening a new bottle lah. Let me see. Oops. So it's a nozzle. So I'll put this aside. It's a new bottle. So what I also heard is, oh there you go, this is how it is. So I'm supposed to shake it lah. Getting very close back, tight first. So there's a agitator inside lah, like a little ball bearing or something. So with the agitator, it's going to mix up. Let me see how is it. Oh, there you go. It's a bit creamy. Okay, there's no smell. That's good. I also don't know why I smell it. Okay, so UFO drip. Supposedly be very good on this one.
Is the video still on?
Yeah, it's recording now. Oops.
But why does it look like that?
Oh no, I put too much. Oh no, gotta be very careful.
It's embarrassing of your video again.
Yeah, it's an embarrassing video again. I'm not very good at this. It's my first time. Okay, let's try. Okay, there you go. I'm getting it. Oh no, it's too much. Right, never mind. I'll wipe it off later. Oh no, so embarrassing. Okay, I think it should be enough. Okay, let's close it back. Okay, I didn't expect the whole chunk of wax just to come out. Anyway, so that this is already applied, I think I might need to wipe it off a bit. Okay, done. So, let's move it around. Careful, Vera.
I'm busy. I'm busy already. Oh,
Careful, don't put your finger. Except for the little mistake where I overspilled it lah. But if you look at the chain now, looks quite well applied. I can see that the difference between this and Wendwax is this one definitely, I think it goes into the chain quite well.
It's
quite soft.
It's the first moving.
Yeah. So anyway, so I seem to have applied it correctly, I think. So now I have to leave it, I think, for 8 hours before the ride. So I'm going to leave the bike alone, let the wax dry up. Once it dries out, I think it'll be perfect. I'm quite excited to try this bike now. But I think I need to wipe out. There's a bit too much of excess of stuff. Oh my goodness, so dirty. I mistake. Fail. I fail. Anyway, God bless you. Happy New Year. And say Happy New Year, Vera.
You have to watch this on the last of December.
The last of December, correct. So share, like, subscribe. This is the only part 1 of the UFO drip that I'm doing. Part 1 is cleaning up application. Part 2 will be the first ride impression and a few more other stuff coming up . Then I'll also cover a bit about the bike .
Bye.
Flying kiss? How do we do flying kiss in our family? How do we do flying kiss in our family? Yeah, our flying kiss like this. Ni salah, it's like this. Bye and God bless you.
Bye bye.
Again, bye bye.